El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele is now allowed to run for office as many times as he wants after his party passed major constitutional changes. The reforms, pushed through quickly with little debate, also extended presidential terms from 5 to 6 years and eliminate the second round of voting. Now Bukele, who calls himself the world's coolest dictator, is popular for his tough stance on gangs, but critics say the changes weaken democracy and increase the risk of one-man rule. Even human rights groups are raising alarms as power becomes more centralized. Here's more from El Salvador.
Democracy took a sharp turn in El Salvador this week, right into the waiting arms of its wildly popular, self-proclaimed, cool dictator. On Thursday, President Nayib Bukele's party rewrote the rulebook, quite literally, with the swift passage of sweeping constitutional reforms in the country's legislative assembly. Presidential term limits have been abolished, and the term itself has been extended from 5 to 6 years, and the second round of elections has been eliminated. Now, what does that mean in practice? It means that Bukele can now run for president as many times as he likes and win big as he has before.
With this reform, we are giving power to those who should always have had it, which is the Salvadoran people. Supporting or not supporting a president, supporting or not supporting a deputy, supporting or not supporting a municipal council. It's simple. If you, the Salvadoran people, agree with how a president did his work, then you can vote for him again. And if you don't agree, you vote for a better option.
Now the move was pushed through with lightning speed under an expedited procedure that left little room for debate or dissent. With 57 lawmakers from Bukele's New Ideas party backing the reforms and only 3 votes against, it was less a debate than a coronation.
It is time to fight. It is time to know that the power has always been and will always be in you. That with these reforms what we are going to have is more abuses. A small circle in power that is going to want to keep abusing that power, abusing the people.
In fact, even the timing was telling. Passed quietly just before a national holiday, while much of the country was tuned out enjoying the summer. It is a textbook power move, the kind that would make strongmen from history nod in approval. Now, Bukele, 44, first became president in 2019 and was then re-elected in 2024, despite a clear constitutional ban on consecutive terms. That ban was swept aside by a 2021 Supreme Court ruling, made possible by a convenient purge of independent justices and their replacement with Bukele loyalists. The court then declared re-election a human right, but now the Constitution itself has been bent to match. And not everyone is celebrating. Rights groups are sounding alarms too. Amnesty International warned last year that El Salvador has merely swapped gang violence for state violence, and more than 75,000 people have been arrested under Bukele's sweeping anti-gang campaign, many reportedly without charge or due process. But Bukele remains unshakably popular. His iron-fisted security plan has slashed murder rates, and for many Salvadorans, that's enough.
It brings such joy to all the Salvadoran people to once more have such a cool president as Nayib Bukele, who has ruled these last 4 years. Well, some might say Nayib Bukele still needs to do more. Of course, he still needs to do more. But what happens is that in 4 years he cannot fix the junk of a country we had.
And he knows it. World's coolest dictator, he once called himself, tongue firmly in cheek. And now it feels more prophecy than punchline. With these latest reforms, Bukele has achieved something extraordinary: legalized permanence. He just found a way to stay in power forever. Elections will still be held, of course, but with the rules rewritten and the opposition marginalized, El Salvador's political system is starting to feel less like a democracy and more like a one-man show with a rotating calendar. Because Bukele didn't comment after the vote, maybe he didn't need to. After all, in El Salvador, power no longer knocks. It lives here indefinitely.
Sus aliados, sus socios.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 以上mo.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.